And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, David Aldridge. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So, the Mexico City starting five. Matthews out there at B-Train. Then there's Smooth. Then it's James. And it's Whitehead in at the 2. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Memphis. Here's Smooth. Tipped away. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to George. Here's Gibson. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
B-Train passes to Whitehead. Here's Smooth. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Down low. Kicks it out to Gibson. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
There's the lob to the hoop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Gibson. Fires from deep. Smooth with the rebound. Right wing. Here's the 3. Shot's good by Whitehead.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Right side Gibson. It's deflected. Here's Whitehead. Last game he had 13. Matthews passes to Smooth. Here's Whitehead. And it's sent back by George. And Matthews gets it to go. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Will Hardy is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Already it's February, I believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Mexico City. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, there's Utah. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And you know from Mexico City, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And both free throws good from Gibson.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Smooth. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. Pass to B-Train. 5 to shoot. 3 for Matthews. Rebound by Johnson.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped. Hall
passes to George. Anderson, a screen on James. Lobbed up there for Anderson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process for him.
Boy, a guy like that, coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for.
Back to Anderson. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Anderson, and here's George. Oh, good on the triple. Here's Smooth. Still without a basket. B-Train misses. George with the ball. Anderson finds Johnson. Back to Anderson. Out Gibson. George up top. He's covered by Matthews. Tries it from 19. And yep, and he drops it rolling around the rim.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And Mexico City calls their first time out of the game. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Benedict Mathurin.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
George looking over the floor. Anderson, a screen on Matthews. Connects from three-point range. George has got 5 points so far.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Pass to Smooth.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Team foul.
James, the pass to B-Train. Mexico City moving it around. 6 to shoot. From past the arc.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Pass to Hall. Anderson outside. Now here's Gibson. Here's Hall. And that one, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Mexico City trails by 7. Here's Smooth. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews, no one around him. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. To the left wing. Gibson for 3. And Utah another 3.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Outside, James. Matthews passes to Smooth. To the paint. Outside, George. Anderson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 12-point Jazz lead.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Alvarez. Outside Matthews. Looking to end the run. Cans it from downtown.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Fisher, the pass to Hall. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Matthews kicks to George. Pass to James. And Mexico City, another three.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Fisher, the pass to Hall. Off target from outside.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Outside Matthews from deep three-point land. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Jazz leading by 6. Throwing passes to Fisher. Here's Hall. He's covered by Matthews. Pass to Murray. Throws it up high. And out of bounds. Mexico City will have it. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month.
Well, look, they've been great over the last month from 3. That is so important for their offense. Making threes opens up the entire floor.
Mexico City trails by 6. Outside Matthews. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Fisher, the pass to Hall. A floater. Matthews with the rebound. And Mexico City shooting 40% here in the early stages. Over Mathurin, and Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Outside, Fisher. To stop the drought. He runs off. He starts the game with a miss. For Mexico City, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Here's Alvarez. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Matthews. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's averaging 19 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Pass to Iguodala. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clock at 6. Here's Hall.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Good D by Matthews. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws. Good for James. And so Fisher will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Hall. Here's Murray. And good that time.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Mexico City.
Mexico City trails by 4. Matthews sets a screen for James. The three-pointer, no good. And here's Utah. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And once again off the mark by Mexico City. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Iguodala. Mathurin for 3. Matthews with the rebound. And Mexico City shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. On the wing, George. At the elbow, it's Matthews. Here's Alvarez. Lets the three fly, and Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got 7. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Jazz out in front, up 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Benedict Mathurin is out there with Anderson. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Gibson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to George. Here's Mathurin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's B-Train. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Just 4 to shoot. Shots good by Carr.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Utah shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Back to George. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 8 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They get it back. B-Train.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Utah leading. Now George. He's got 8. Mathurin, good.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Drew misses. Jazz leading by 4. Gibson passes to George. And here's Anderson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Anderson with the screen for Gibson. Again, the Jazz score.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And Utah making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Smooth. And there it is for him.
Well, once he gets a step to the rim like that, it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
Gibson dishes to George. Anderson a screen on Carr. From deep, George. Smooth with a rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's B-Train. Drills the three-pointer. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They've held a 12-point lead early. For 3, Gibson. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. B-Train's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter. but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
And Mexico City, another three.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Johnson. Now here's Gibson. Picked his pocket. To the inside. Carr. And the dunk by Carr.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And here we can check out the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Outside, George. Anderson with the screen for George. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Pass to Drew. Here is Carr. From deep. It's hauled in by George. Jazz trail by 4. Anderson with the screen for George. No good there. Mexico City with the ball. They've scored 10 straight. Pass to Carr. From the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Back to George. And here's Anderson. George finds Gibson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mexico City leading by 7. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Yeah, a moment here to look at the numbers for Gibson. 8th in three-point shooting. And he's since in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. James checked in for Whitehead. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Anderson, 33 points last game. Anderson with the screen for Gibson. For 3, that's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Smooth missing. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Gibson. Back to George. Gibson in the post. He's against Carr. It's tipped. 3 on 3. Here's Smooth. Defended by George. They set the pick. Launches it. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Anderson, a screen on James. From deep, George. And Utah, another 3.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Smooth passes to Beacham. Pass to Smooth. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot clock lead. Well, you look at B-Train, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And Gibson, here we go. And that one's good. Iguodala.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Mexico City. Outside Matthews. And the 3 off target. Jazz have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And Johnson now top of the key. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here's Alvarez, still scoreless. James dishes to Matthews. Over Gibson, and Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by James. And Mexico City leads by 2. Gibson looking it over. And here's Fisher. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Iguodala.
Now, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And Mexico City shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Alvarez. No good offer for an iron.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Murray finds Fisher. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And for me, guys, that's what I call a character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one, but they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Johnson with it. Matthews covering. Johnson kicks to Fisher. Offline with his 3. And Mexico City shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Mexico City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Jazz. Both free throws good from Matthews. Utah trailing here. Fisher with the ball. He has yet to score. Murray outside. Good, and it's Fisher picking up the assist.
And love the focus from Murray. He wants to make the most of his opportunity.
1:36 left in the first half of basketball. James, the pass to Alvarez. James kicks to George. This one for 3. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Mathurin. Fisher finds Mathurin. Stolen by George. James with it. Out defended by Fisher. And here's Matthews from the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Matthews has got 14. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Mexico City?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
George with no one around. No good with the triple. The Jazz shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Pass to Fisher. Back to Murray. Here's Fisher. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. George with the steal. Doesn't go that time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Mexico City leads by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And there's more NBA action in store for us tonight. Here are the games tipping off later. Out in Memphis, it'll be the Grizzlies against the Nets. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off, Eastern Time.
I'm predicting a somewhat lopsided outcome, just saying.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On the court for Mexico City, we've got B-Train, smooth out there with Whitehead. Then there's Carr, and it's Drew in at the small forward. Mexico City moving it around. 6 to shoot. Mexico City needs to get a shot off here. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for Utah. And it's George missing.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Smooth. Inside. B-Train. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Johnson kicks to George. Outside Gibson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for B-Train. Right around 25 points per, 17 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and a lot of that isn't coachable. He just has those defensive instincts that help him get ahead of shooters.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King. George with the steal. For the tie. And it's laid in by Gibson. Gibson's got it all tied up now for Utah.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
We get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Drew. Here's B-Train. For the 3. The rebound by Anderson. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And they take the lead. And now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
To the left side wing. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak. Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Smooth. He's covered by Anderson. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Mexico City shoot their 7th free throw attempt here. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Hall. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Pass to Gibson. Shot clock at 6. That ball's nice speed that time from Jordan. Gibson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
There's B-Train. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Gibson. 28 points for him. Outside, George, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Smooth. First in assists, and he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Johnson kicks to Anderson. George against Carr. Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded. And here's Anderson in the arc. Traps in the tray. Anderson's got 9 points.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Drew passes to B-Train. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Utah leading by 3. Johnson kicks to Anderson. Pass to Gibson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Catching up on the changes for Mexico City. James checked in for Carr, and it's Matthews in for Drew. And he recovers it. The 3. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Smooth.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. For the Jazz, Maurice checked in for Johnson. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for Keontae George. The Jazz working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Gibson passes to Murray. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. He has 7.
And good clock awareness there for Murray. He saved that possession.
Pass to Smooth. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Outside Gibson. Over Alvarez. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pass to Smooth. And he double clutches and throws it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All the officials are all over that one.
For Utah, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. That's good from Gibson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Drew's checked in for Mexico City. And both free throws good from Gibson. Mexico City trails by 4. Now Matthews. He's got 14. Pass to Drew. Here's Smooth. The kick out to Matthews. A three-pointer is right on target. Matthews has got 17 now.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Gibson for 3. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Here's Smooth. And Mexico City, another 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Mexico City. On Wednesday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. And he can't hit the second.
And since halftime, he's made a concerted effort to get to the line. Be aggressive. Great stuff.
Here's Drew. Scoreless thus far. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Mexico City, they've been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And he sinks the second. Utah has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Matherin. Now here's Murray. Right side Gibson. And that one is good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
He's been knocking down free throws tonight, going 8 for 9.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
Mexico City trails by 4. Here's Alvarez. Outside Matthews. And once again off the mark by Mexico City.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Fisher. Outside Gibson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gibson's got 43 points.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Outside Matthews. Here's Drew. Smooth passes to Matthews. Mexico City moving it around. Clock at 4. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
To the middle. Matthews with the steal. Pass to Alvarez. Down low. Matthews, he's checked in for Mexico City. James comes in for Drew.
Substitution for the away team, Matthews, James.
There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Matthews finds James. Here's Alvarez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Fisher will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Gibson. Lock at 6. Outside for Murray. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 10 points.
I like Murray's mechanics on that jump shot. Simple, in rhythm, smooth, steady release.
Here's Alvarez. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to James. Here's George. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 4 assists now tonight. They play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Gibson dishes to Fisher. Here's Iguodaro. He's covered by Matthews. Murray with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gibson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
90% for the line in the game, shooting 9 of 10. And both free throws good from Gibson. Mexico City trails by 7. Outside Matthews. Just 3 on the clock. And so it's the Utah Jazz bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to permit that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great athlete.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got George. Anderson is out there with Benedict Mathurin. And it's Gibson in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah. Shot clock at 5. A 3. Smooth with a rebound. Smooth's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint, intercepted. Anderson outside. George sets a screen for Anderson. Pass to Gibson, but Trey. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Smooth's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Whitehead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Bobbed up there for Gibson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. B-Train misses.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
George with the bounce pass. Gibson setting the pick for Anderson. Outside Gibson. No good on the 3. Mexico City trails by 7. Whitehead passes to Smooth. Here's Drew. Pass to B-Train. And here's Carr. Off target from outside. George against Carr. And George kicks to Gibson. Back to George. From the arc. And the 3 ball is good. And now it's a 10-point Jazz lead.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Pass to Smooth. They set the screen. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Smooth's got 26. Jazz leading by 7. Outside Gibson. The 9-foot shot. Misses off the left iron. For Mexico City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Smooth. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Drew. Whitehead passes to Smooth. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Hall. Hall's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Gibson kicks to George. Gibson with the screen on Carr. Pass to Hall. And Anderson has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Johnson is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Mexico City's head coach said to the team. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every three they put up. See if that intensity increases on D, guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, that was a creative move. Decided to have a little fun out there, apparently.
Mexico City making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. And here is Gibson. It's deflected. Tries again. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
To the inside. Here's Hall. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Smooth trains the three-pointer. Smooth's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Outside, George. Johnson gets to Anderson. James against George. Gibson for 3. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Smooth's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Mexico City.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep, and until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
And it's in there. Mexico City with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Smooth. From outside, off the mark. Utah's getting some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Pass to Alvarez.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Matthews. Here's Smooth. George with the screen on Anderson. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. George with the ball. George picks him up. Here's Hall. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 9th assist in the game now. For Mexico City, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Here's Alvarez. Smooth passes to Matthews. It's hauled in by George. Utah leading. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the
the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Smooth. He lobs it up. A steal. Anderson right side. Whitehead's check in for Mexico City.
First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Wearing the number 0. Derek. Whitehead.
Outside, George, and shot on the way, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 6-point Utah lead. Mexico City has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Smooth. Off the run, nailed from three-point land. Smooth's got 40 points.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game and a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Here's Gibson. Smooth with the rebound. Smooth's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Matthews taking 2 shots.
No free throws good from Matthews. Utah has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Anderson is screen on Matthews. And Gibson kicks to Anderson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Mexico City trails by 3. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Smooth. George with the screen on Anderson. Nice spin out the left rim and in. Smooth's got 42 in the game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
George passes to Hall. Utah moving it around. And here's Anderson for 3. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Smooth's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. At the elbow, it's James. To take the lead, over to the wing, stolen by Anderson. And here's the fast break. Here's Johnson. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Goes up again, and he sinks the layup. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Mexico City. Matthews sets a screen for James to the right side. Smooth passes to George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Anderson with the screen for Gibson. The kick out to Anderson. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Smooth buries it down low. 34. Smooth's got 44.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Gibson dishes to George. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
George with the screen on Anderson. Here's Smooth. Second chance effort. It's blocked. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Gibson. The shot misses. James with some nice D. Mexico City has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. takes the three. Smooth misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Second team foul.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Jordan. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And George with the block.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game. He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a two-possession game.
Here's Smooth, defended by Gibson. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And here's Matthews for the three. It's in! And now they trail by just 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Smooth misses.
He's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from back.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there.